The new GT Online DLC has a lot of small new features and things added to it, which makes the game generally easier, but a lot of them are not super obvious. So in today's video I'll be going over 5 tips and tricks you can take from the Criminal Enterprise DLC. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you do, please drop a like on the video and share some other video suggestions down in the comment section below. But without further ado, let's jump straight into this one. So starting off at the number 5 spot is something which players have actually been asking for a very long time, and in the most recent DLC we finally got it, and that's the ability to be able to have snacks and armor in the weapons wheel. Now this change is one of the most significant changes in the update, and it's something players need to start taking advantage of, especially if you feel like you're taking lots of damage in fights and so on. Now with this new ability, you can restore your health really quickly in cover, and then quickly switch back to your weapon to continue your fight or whatever. Now to do this, on keyboard, click C on your keyboard to consume the snacks, and it's V to equip armor. Now for Xbox, on the Xbox controller, it's up on the D-pad and then the right stick to consume armor on both PlayStation and Xbox. Now this, in my opinion, is an overlooked feature and can come in handy in so many different situations, especially if you are doing an activity such as one of the heists perhaps, where there could be heavily armored and heavily equipped enemies that can take your health down very quickly. So with this new feature, you will definitely give yourself an advantage, as you can quickly restore your health in situations where previously without this feature you would be struggling to stay alive. So this one is one of the most important tips slash features on this list, and like I mentioned, I feel it's overlooked and underrated. Now next up we have something new with the MC Clubhouse, and it's a new small cell mission which appears every hour, which I would recommend you guys to do if you are doing MC work such as businesses and etc. So basically every hour or so real time, a bike will spawn in the MC Clubhouse, and similarly to the client car customization in the auto shop, all you have to do is customize the bike to the client's taste and then drive it to the location, and you will get about $60,000 for doing so. Now these missions are very underrated as filler activities, as they take a maximum amount of time of about 10 minutes to complete, and most players don't really drive motorbikes around that often, so it's good fun. Plus, it's a good way to maximize the amount of money you're making per hour. So doing these whilst you're waiting for stock to produce is a great idea, and they are a nice little addition by Rockstar that unsurprisingly has slipped under the radar of a lot of players. So I would say this is a good alternative if you are wanting a break from doing a Sightseer and Headhunter. At the number 3 spot, we have another feature that was recently added as part of the Criminal Enterprises DLC, and that's the ability to sell and source cargo for businesses and sell businesses in private sessions. Now many of you may already know this, but there is still a huge amount of players still sourcing cargo in public lobbies, which is a huge no-no for me, as the chances of you being griefed are really high even in this current climate when sourcing cargo. Now all you have to do is, when you are loading up online, select private session rather than public session. Now this means no other players can join except players you have invited yourself, and with these invite only sessions you can't be griefed by other players obviously. Although for some businesses such as Vehicle Warehouse, when there are no rival players, or aka players who are not part of your organization in the game, well, Rockstar or the game will spawn in aggressive NPCs to attack your vehicle and try to eat away at your profits. But I would much rather that than some 11-year-old sweaty child armed with the Oppressor Mark II, so I'll take my chances with the rigged NPCs in private sessions. Although there is still an incentive to sell in public lobbies though, as for many of the businesses like the Bunker for example, if you sell in a lobby with lots of players, for example 30 player lobby, you'll get a 1% bonus on top of your cargo. So let's say you are selling $1 million worth of cargo for the Bunker business, you will get that $1 million plus 1%, which is $10,000 for every enemy player in the session. So you could get $300,000 bonus in a 30-player lobby, so that goes to a total of $1.3 million if you sold your stock in a 30-player lobby, as Rockstar actually got rid of the 25% bonus cap for high player lobby bonus, which is very nice. But if you are new and want to guarantee a business sale, then sell in private lobbies for sure. Now you may lose out on some bonuses, but at least it's guaranteed success. Now actually with the Criminal Enterprises DLC, the Sparrow Helicopter actually got a few changes made to it. Now the major one being that now you can add countermeasures onto the helicopter, including chaff and flares. Now if you don't know what countermeasures are, they are very self-explanatory. When you are flying and getting locked onto or shot at, you can throw the flares out of the vehicle, and the missiles being locked onto you will be diverted away or diverted toward the flares, or will just explode before getting anywhere near your helicopter or vehicle. So they are extremely helpful and not utilized enough by some players. Now what's great about this change to the Sparrow is that the Sparrow was already an amazing helicopter, and I would argue myself it's one of the best in the entire game, considering it can be stored in the Kosatka submarine, and it's got decent missiles and really good speed. And now, as it has countermeasures, I would say this could be one of the best weaponized vehicles in the game, full stop. Now, if you do already have the Sparrow, you can now add countermeasures at the Kosatka or at the hangar, and these countermeasures are only about $100,000 each, so go add them to your Sparrow and you will then have one of the best helicopters in the entire game. And if you don't have the Sparrow, you can pick it up from Warsaw Cash and Carry, and it's not that expensive at all. So the final new change that I would advise you guys to take full advantage of is the new high demand bonus change. Now I sort of touched on it a bit at the number 3 spot, but I'm just going to explain it in full at the number 1 spot, as I think it's very important that you guys actually know this. Now let's start off. What is the high demand bonus? Well, it's there if you sell your business in a public lobby, you will get an extra 1% extra per player on top of your cargo value. But now, after the Criminal Enterprises DLC, it's changed from a 1% bonus to a 2% bonus, meaning you can actually make 50% extra on your cargo in a full public lobby. So now a $1 million sale could turn into a $1.5 million sale if you are selling in a stacked public lobby. But obviously this comes with significant risks such as griefers or modders or just general lag. But in my view, if you're an experienced player and know how to deal with these things, it's definitely worth it, as if you do get attacked by griefers, you can always just quit your application or close the game quickly, as it means your cargo will be sent back to your warehouse and you can try again. Now you may lose a few crates doing this, but it's better than losing everything, I guess. So overall, this is a great change from Rockstar, and I hope in future DLCs, Rockstar continue to add and tweak the game in ways which help the players make money, as things are gradually getting more and more expensive, so keeping pay high on businesses is essential if Rockstar don't want the game to be too grindy, which even now, it arguably already is too grindy. But that's all for today's video. If you want a follow-up on this video of another top 5 tips and tricks, then hit that subscribe button and like the video for more content, and comment down below any video suggestions you have for me. But just like always guys, take care everyone and have a great day.